Hello dear students, as you all know we are doing chapter number 2, electrostatic potential and capacitance. In the last lecture we have studied about the dielectric slab and we studied about whenever dielectric slab is put in an external electric field, the electric field inside the dielectric is less than the electric field which is already present in the vacuum. And we have done a formula also that electric field inside the dielectric E net is equal to, again I put a vector sign, E net is equal to E naught which is in the vacuum minus EP. EP is electric field due to polarization. Okay, we have done it. Now we are going to study if when this dielectric slab is introduced between the plates of the capacitor, then how that capacitance varies. So let us start our topic today, and the topic is capacitor with a dielectric slab. Okay. Now just try to understand. Suppose these are your plates. Okay. Parallel plates of the capacitor. Obviously the plate area we are going to take A and the separation between plate is D. Now what is new over here, that there is a dielectric slab between the plate, and this dielectric slab does not fill the space completely. Actually the capacitor is with this dielectric slab the capacitor is partially filled. Let us say that this thickness is T. The slab thickness is T. All we know that inside it there is an electric field due to polarization, which direction is towards this side, and we have applied an external electric field whose direction is this side. Is it clear? So if we want to know how that presence of dielectric slab, because it changes the field between the plates in this region, T region, it changes the electric field, and because of electric field there will be change in the potential. So how much the potential is changed? So all we know that E is equal to minus dV by dr, or dV is equal to minus E dr, but when electric field remains constant, what we can write? Electric field V is equal to E into D when we are concerned about only magnitude, not with the direction. Okay. So now potential difference V between the plates will be, just try to understand. E naught, which is due to these plates, it exists in this region where the dielectric slab is not there. Okay, where the dielectric slab is not there. Here is a dielectric slab. Okay, so in which region the electric field is not present? This E naught is present. Direction of E naught is this side. So basically, in this direction, in this space, this EP is not present. So in this space, electric field in the vacuum, it will be E naught D minus T. D minus T. Plus, inside the slab, that net electric field is E net. So E net into what? T. Basically, E net is what? E net is E naught minus EP. Is it clear? This is a net electric field inside the dielectric slab. Now, V is equal to E naught D minus T plus, we know a formula that dielectric constant is defined as E naught upon E net. Okay, E naught upon E net. From here, E net has to be calculated. It will be what? E naught upon K. Is it clear? Okay. Electric field in the vacuum to the electric field in the medium is defined as the dielectric constant of the medium. If from here the E net has to be calculated, then E net will be what? E naught upon K. So K will be transferred to this side. So what we are going to have? E naught upon K into T. Now E naught can be taken common. So we are going to have E naught d minus T plus T by K. Now that E naught can be written as sigma upon epsilon naught d minus T plus T by K. Sigma can be written as Q upon A epsilon naught Q upon A sigma d minus T plus T by K. This is what potential difference is. Now we need to find the capacitance. So here you are. Capacitance will be Q upon V. C is equal to what? Let us put the value Q upon A epsilon naught D minus T plus T by K. Q and Q will be cancelled out. A epsilon naught will be in the numerator. It will be A epsilon naught upon D minus T plus T by K. This is what the capacitance is. A epsilon naught upon D minus T plus T by K. This is what the capacitance is. यही तो है capacitance. Is it clear? But this is the capacitance when the dielectric slab is present in between the plates of the capacitor, and that too not fill the space completely. It is only in T space. But suppose if T is equal to D, then if T is equal to D, if the slab fills the gap completely, then the capacitance will be D and D will be cancelled out, K will go upward. It will be C dash is equal to K A epsilon naught upon D. Is it clear? That we have done earlier also. Okay. So this is what the capacitance of a capacitance of a capacitor filled with the dielectric slab partially. This is a very important derivation for your board examination. This formula has been asked in the board examination to derive so many times. Okay, and this is a very easy also. This is not a very tough one. Easy also. Only you need to understand this equation. Then after it will go like this only. Is it clear? So this is what we have to prove: the capacitance of a dielectric slab. Capacitance of a capacitor filled with a dielectric slab. Now suppose let me twist a situation a bit. What I am asking you: suppose in place of this dielectric slab, if we have conducting slab, then what will be the difference? If we have conducting slab, then what will be the difference? Tell me. In conductor, what happens? I have told you in the properties. If you have not seen the previous video, you have to see. In the conducting material, where the material is present, the net field is 0. Where the material is present, the net field is 0. So inside it, there will be no field. So we don't need this term. We don't need this term, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. So for a conducting slab, the capacitance will be A epsilon naught upon D minus T. A epsilon naught upon D minus T. And if this conducting slab fills the gap completely, in place of T it will be D minus D in that case, because this term will not be there. D minus D will become 0, the capacitance will be infinity. Okay, the capacitance will be infinity. Okay, means the capacitance of a solid block is not defined. Okay, the capacitance cannot be defined. Okay, for this case. Is it clear? So this is how the capacitor of a dielectric slab is being calculated. Now, there is a concept of introducing one or more dielectric slabs, two or more dielectric slabs in a capacitor. Okay, so there are two concepts. Let us see them one by one. Then after, we'll see how much time is left for the numericals. Okay, the first thing, case 1. If a capacitor is there, okay, and this capacitor is filled with the dielectric slabs, so many slabs like this. Is it clear? Okay. Suppose this slab, the first slab, is of Let me make the design first of all. So this is the design of slab, just to differentiate slabs. Suppose this is of K1, suppose this is of T1 thickness, this is of T2, this is of T3, this is of T4, and so on, so many are there. Okay. Suppose this having dielectric constant K1, this is K2, this is K3, this is K4, so many are there. Okay. The plate area is obviously. How will we tackle this situation? Now what is the capacitance of this? How will tackle this? So what we'll see that these capacitors can be seen as the series combination of, suppose n dielectrics are there, so n's that capacitors. This is the first capacitor having filled completely with K1. This is the second capacitor, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth. So these capacitors are connected in series. Is it clear? Capacitor, the capacitance is A epsilon naught by D, and if it is completely filled, the capacitance C dash is equal to what? K A epsilon naught by D. Is it clear? So plate area, everyone having the area same, only the D is different for everyone. For this it is T1, for this it is T2, for this it is T3. So the equivalent capacitance is given by, since they are connected in series, I am applying the formula for series, 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 plus so on. Now 1 upon C1 it will be equal to what? The C is equal to what? Ka epsilon naught by D. I am writing over here K1 A epsilon naught upon T1. Is it clear? This is what? T1 plus T2 upon K2 A epsilon naught plus T3 upon K3 A epsilon naught plus so on. If you make it correct, if you do it reciprocal, or 1 upon C equivalent, let us take the common which are common. 1 upon A epsilon naught can be taken as common. So what we are going to have in the bracket, T1 upon K1 plus T2 upon K2 plus T3 upon K3 plus so on. So what will the value of C equivalent? So it will be A epsilon naught upon T1 upon K1 plus T2 upon K2 plus T3 upon K3 plus so on. Is it clear? So this is how this can be solved. Okay, suppose there n, you have to solve for n. Okay. One more thing is there. Suppose if they are connected not in this manner but in this manner. Case 2. If the capacitor is like this and they are connected in this manner. Okay. You can see drawer, you can understand drawer. Drawer are there in the almirahs. So these are the drawers. We can take this out like this. Earlier it was like books kept in the shelf. Now it is like drawers. You can take this out. So this time, this is the first, this is the second, third, fourth, so many other. Okay. So now, suppose this is of K1, this is of K2, this is of K3, this is of K4, K5. Area will be different, A1, A2, A3, A4, so on. But what will be the same thickness? This time they can be connected, they can be assumed as parallel because all this side of the capacitor, we are going to treat them as different. All this side of the capacitor is connected to this point, all this side of the capacitor is connected to this point. So because of this, we are going to consider them in parallel. And if they are in parallel, then C equivalent will be C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus so on. So C equivalent will be K1 A1 epsilon naught by D, K2 A2 epsilon naught by D, K3 A3 epsilon naught by D plus so on. Now epsilon by D can be taken as common. So C equivalent will be what? Epsilon naught by D can be taken as common. That will be K1 A1 plus K2A2 plus K3A3 plus so on. Okay, so this is how the capacitor is connected like this. Okay, one more very popular question is there. Let that question be your homework. You have been asked the capacitance of these two. In one, the slab is filled like this. Another, the slabs are filled like this. These areas are A1, A2. Both are equal. Total area half. The thickness is D. Here it is D by 2. It is D by 2. Plate area is A. So you have been asked what is the ratio of capacitance of these two. Very popular question. In every book it is there. You must solve. Okay, for your board examination it is very important also. Now let us discuss a very important point, and with this point we'll end the chapter. You have to solve this question. This is your homework. Okay. A very important aspect of the chapter, and this has become very popular also in last few years. Actually, there is a question like, given capacitor is there, it is connected to a battery, there is a switch. Okay, first of all the switch is on. Okay, the capacitor is charged. Then under what happens? There are two cases, when the switches remains on, when the switch is off. After the capacitor being charged completely, there are two cases. One, the switch is on, another is switch is off. What I want to say is, one condition is when the cell remains connected, when the cell is disconnected. A dielectric slab is inserted. What are the factors which change? Charge changes, voltage changes, potential changes. So we are going to discuss that. Okay. So let us make a column so that we can understand. Okay. Here we are going to discuss quantity. Okay. Originally what they were. Original. Okay. In this case, cell connected, and this cell disconnected. Okay. So first of all, let us understand about the capacitance. Capacitance. Okay. Capacitance, let us discuss first. Capacitance. Earlier it was C. Let us have a space over here, we will do rough. What will be the change in the capacitance? Whether the battery remains connected or not. If C is equal to A epsilon naught by D and one dielectric slab is inserted, then the capacitance becomes K A epsilon naught by D. Basically it is K times the capacitance increases, Kc. So cell connected, rails connected, capacitance always increases K times, and it becomes what? Kc. Increases K times, and it becomes what? It becomes what? K into C. Earlier it was C, but after the inserting of dielectric, it becomes Kc. K times increases. Okay. Second thing we are going to study about charge. Okay. Charge. Originally let it be Q. All we know that Q is equal to C. Okay. Capacitance increases K times. If the cell remains connected, then what happens? See, because the dielectric slab is inserted now, the capacitance changes, and therefore the need of charge will change. If cell remains connected, then it has a source of charge, and because of that what happens? The charge increases because, see, now V remains constant because cell is always connected over there. So whatever will be the change in the capacitance, cell will supply the charge over there so that the circuit will be like this, so that you can understand. Cell will supply the capacitor charge to the capacitor. V remains constant when the cell remains connected, but the charge changes. V remains constant, capacitance increases K times. V remains constant, capacitance increases K times. Then what happens? Charge increases K times. Increases K times. The new charge will be Q. Okay? The new charge will be Q. Is it clear? Let us discuss first of all cell connected, then I will discuss cell disconnected. Voltage. Since cell is connected, therefore voltage remains constant. Voltage source is there, so therefore voltage remains constant. Next one is energy. What is the formula for energy? U is equal to half C square. V is constant, C increases K times. Obviously, the energy increases K times and it becomes K into U. Now let us define electric field. Electric field E, which is equal to V into D. Okay, voltage remains constant, D remains constant, therefore electric field remains constant. Now some good student must have a doubt. They can have doubt, not must, that since electric field can also be given as sigma upon epsilon naught, right? And sigma is what? Charge density. For charge density we have Q upon A. Q is changing, therefore electric field will be changing. But it is not like that. Since dielectric slab is being inserted, Q increases, obviously Q increases, but inside the dielectric slab field decreases, that we have discussed. So because of that, field remains constant. Okay, anything else is left? No. Only these 5 things we have to discuss. Now let us see when the cell remains disconnected. Cell is disconnected now. Okay, cell is disconnected. Now how the circuit will work? Now there is no source of potential, there is no source of charge, and because of that, in this case, Q remains constant. Q remains constant because there is no source of charge. Who will supply the charge? Nobody. Voltage. Q is equal to what? C. C increases K times. Q does not increases. Then obviously we have to decrease K times. So V, the new voltage will be V upon K. Okay? Is that clear? C increases K times. Q have to be constant. So in place of C, if you put Kc and you have to put Q constant, in place of V, you have to put V upon K. Then only K and K will be cancelled. Energy half CV square. C increases K times. V decreases K times. Kc, 1 upon K square. 1K will be cancelled out, but 1K will be left. And because of that, energy also decreases K times. The new energy will be U upon K. Okay? Now what electric field? Since voltage decreases K times, therefore field also decreases K times. That is, the new field will be E upon K. Okay? This chart is very important. Is it clear? This chart is very important. In last few years, it has become very popular question. How the charge, how the potential increases, decreases like this. So theoretically, this chapter is over. We have done every topic. But if you feel that any topic is left, just go through the NCERT. Let me know that topic has not been done. Some very good numericals are there in the NCERT. We are going to solve those numericals in the next video lecture. Okay? And let me know if you have any doubt in any of the question. Okay? You have 24 hours still to solve those questions. So this is all for the day. Thank you.